Aries, it's been a minute. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be for December 20th through the 31st. Keep in mind that this is a general reading. That means not all the messages are going to resonate with your situation. And if you'd like something tailored specifically for you, the link to book that reading is in the description box below, which will take you to my website. And you can go ahead and book your own reading. So the gender of the cards don't matter. If it doesn't resonate, I'm most likely picking up on somebody else that's around you. And let's see what you guys can expect. 5 of Cups. 10 of Swords. Ooh, the Moon card, 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, 10 of Wands. The Devil card. The World, man, that's heavy energy. So with the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles, you guys are going through major internal changes, which means it's easy for you guys to feel uneasy or just have anxiety. And it's mostly rooted with the fact that you're feeling sad or regretful, sorrowful over something that didn't go the way that you expected, or over something that, prematurely ended. And this had something to do with this Knight of Swords. Could have been an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I feel like this was somebody that was very motivated and driven. This was someone that most likely pursued you, or vice versa, you pursued this person. And things didn't go the way that you expected. I feel like things actually ended pretty fast. With the 10 of Swords, I don't really see any real betrayals here. I just feel like there was something toxic that was keeping you or the person that you were connected to from truly committing and investing into the relationship. And whatever this is, it was either addictions, fear, low vibrational behaviors, codependency, something that was internal, that was driven by the devil to keep this connection from moving forward. So with the 10 of Wands, it's like you've never really been able to move on from whoever this person is. You've carried a lot of burdens and stress on your shoulders and weight when it came to the situation, because either you never really truly disclosed how you felt, or as time went on, it's like things and more information and details just kept being revealed to you, which in turn ended up with you feeling left out in the cold, taken for granted, unappreciated, or just pushed out in some type of way. So those of you that were in a relationship with someone and this was somebody that you had high hopes in, the connection ending this way was devastating, but I don't see any true, there could have been cheating and lying, but I don't see that as the real problem initially. I just feel like with the World and the 10 of Swords, this connection really ended before it even started. So this is somebody that you may be hoping to have a second chance with. Whether that chance is granted or not depends on whether you actually reveal how you feel and whether this person is going to be accepting of you once you let them know how you truly feel inside. Because the Knight of Swords is here to show that this person, they kind of continue on their life. They continued on their path. They were very motivated and driven to commit their own goals. And this was something that I feel made you feel even more insecure, because it's almost like, why couldn't I have just gotten it right with this person? Or what is it about this person that continues to have me feeling stuck and unable to move forward? I feel like overall this person was brought into your life so that they can trigger you. I just feel like they didn't trigger you the right way, or it actually caused more wounds than healing. But that's just part of the process. You have to trust it. So if you do have any addictions, this is part of what's keeping you stuck and chained to the situation. Because especially me, anytime I use substances, it tends to get me in my head and I ruminate over things over and over again. This could even be obsessiveness. So yeah, this is either somebody that you have an obsession with, or they have an obsession with you, depending on how it resonates. And it could be a Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus with the World card, because those are the signs that this represents. It doesn't have to be that. It's just something I felt I needed to point out. So with the 10 of Swords being here, you have to go through some sort of transformation. It's not that you can't get this person back. I just feel they're looking for something in particular, and when they see you, it's almost as if they can sense the devil energy within you. Not that you're evil or that there's something wrong with you. It's just that we all have things that we need to fix, and sometimes these things can be deciding factors as to whether other people are accepting of us or not. With the Knight of Swords, you need to be careful about rushing into things or just making impulsive decisions, because this tends to work against you. You may have made an impulsive decision that led to the ending of whatever this may be, but it's a connection that, in a way, even if it's been a decade, even if it's been 5 years, it's still something that you haven't been able to get over. And the reason why it's coming up so heavily right now is because it's triggering some part of you that's letting you know, hey, you need to pay attention to this. This is something important. And until you do, you won't be able to escape this Five of Cups energy of feeling grief, sadness, a sense of heavy loss. But you never really truly lost anything. It's just a matter of perspective. So with the Moon card, there could be someone around you that's keeping secrets or hiding things from you. Intuitively, you may sense this, but you don't have any proof. Just keep going. Something's going to reveal itself most likely around the time of the eclipse, which is the 21st. If not, it's going to be a little bit after that. With the Five of Pentacles, some of you are having financial issues, which is also making you feel more down on yourself. Just know that this COVID situation has actually affected a lot of us. You're not the only one that's been in this position of imbalance, but I can understand how difficult it may be if you're struggling to pay your bills or just, keep your head afloat. Make sure that you are in good faith and in good standing. So if you do have resources and money, be sure to pay your bills first before you splurge into other things, especially addictions, whether it's buying weed or drinking. You need to kind of get your priorities in order first. I may be talking to you or the person that you're connected to, and that can help elevate things a lot more. I feel like a lot of why you're in this position right now is so you can end up changing your mindset. Despite the fact that things are not going the way that you want and you're in a heavy place, if you come into this situation with the energy of positivity, you'll end up getting out of this a lot sooner than if you just sulk in that sadness and in that grief and in that loss. So this Knight of Swords, it may be somebody between the ages of 20 and 35. If there's no one that you are looking back at, then there's somebody around you in your surrounding energy that's causing you to feel sadness and regret, remorse, sorrow. Sorry about that. But with this energy, I feel like this person, it's like you two you just don't click the same way. You have different needs, you have different wants, and this may be something that you need to acknowledge, because sometimes by us keeping ourselves chained to people, because here we have two people chained to the devil, it keeps both of us in low vibration. So one of you has to be the person that is the bigger person in this dynamic and acknowledges, how does our relationship affect each other. This could even be a friend that's long-standing, but, things are just not working out the way that you'd hope. And it sucks because we don't want to let go of people that are near and dear to us. But sometimes we have to let go of them, even if it's just temporarily, so that we can recalibrate and find out what's important to us once again. Let me get another deck. That way I can get some additional messages. This is for Aries, December 20th through the 31st. Okay, so we have Four of Swords. A lot of you are not sleeping enough, or you're just under a lot of stress, and that's also contributing to why you are in the mindset that you're in. So just make sure you're getting adequate rest and sleep, and don't stress yourself over things that you can't control, because with the Seven of Wands, this situation, I feel, is here to teach you to form firm boundaries. Like, you need to learn to stand up for what it is that you believe in. You need to learn to protect yourself and your heart. When you see the red flags, don't just ignore them. Acknowledge them and call people out when they do things the first time, because if you let things slide, it lets people know that you could be somebody who is easy to manipulate, or just somebody that's so easygoing that they're not willing to stand up for themselves for the sake of not causing conflict, but that actually ends up causing you internal conflict. But with the Eight of Swords here, there's something that's keeping you trapped, confined, restricted, unable to see things for what they are. This is all mental energy, and you can change this simply by just shifting your perception. Because you're wearing this red dress, it's letting me know, whether you're male or female, that you have all the knowledge and wisdom to help you get yourself out of this funk, but you're choosing to kind of sulk in it a bit too long. Yes, I understand you went through some sort of loss or heartbreak and pain, but just know that no one can get you out of this mess but yourself. Sometimes we wish for that person to come in and be our knight in shining armor, or we wish for someone to come and help us get out of this position. But just know, if you were to bring someone into your life while you're in this, you would end up dragging them down, just because the energy that you're in, it's so heavy, it's difficult to try to avoid it. We are our own superheroes. There's no one coming to save you, unfortunately. That's just how it is. You have to get yourself out of this funk. Yes, despite the fact that there's been a lot of loss and misery and sorrow, and there could have been a structure or stability here that you used to have, Yes, things didn't work out that way, but you can still salvage the situation if you want to, or there's still a chance for things to come and, you know, just be successful for you. You have to just turn around and look at what's still available to you. You're actually focused on the negativity. You're focused on the loss. You're focused on, you know, all the things that are not going to help you move forward. Knight of Swords is here to show death. So yeah, there was a major ending with this person. Even if you do still have love for this individual, I feel like they don't really see you in the same way anymore. And it's more because of the fact that it's the cycle that's ended. So this Knight of Swords is a type of individual where once they have a situation that ends, like with a partner, they're unable to look back because they're on a horse. They have some sort of goal or destiny that they need to follow. This person's very determined to get there, and I feel like this person's going to be reluctant to even want to deal with you because, like I said, they can sense something is off, whether it's through the way that you're talking, your eyes, your voice. Something's giving off the energy that you're not okay. And with the Death card, this person has gone through major transformations on their own. So what initially drew you two together, it's like those traits and those characteristics aren't even there anymore. With the Eight of Pentacles, there's something that you're putting in a lot of time, effort, and work into. If this is not work, it could be school or hobby, something that has the potential to bring you a lot of abundance, especially when it comes to resources. But this is also something that it puts a lot of strain on you, a lot of stress. So just be sure that you have like a planner, or you can delegate the duties and responsibilities that you have, because it seems like you have a lot of responsibility that you're taking on just on yourself. And sometimes it's okay to ask for help when you need it. And if you can practice, you know, just delegating your time and time management, it can help alleviate a lot of what you're going through, especially if you wait to do things in the last second and procrastinating. That's not going to help you in this dynamic, especially if it's school. It's going to help. I mean, it's going to cause things to be a lot more difficult. So just try to shift and try to do things differently and see what works for you and what doesn't, because it's going to be different for everyone watching. The Five of Swords is here to show that in the past, there may either have been someone that played mind games with you, cheated on you, lied to you, was deceptive, and this is something that you've been struggling to get out of. If this was you, at the time you were in your ego, or you were in a position where you didn't really know any better, but as you've gotten older, it's like you've learned what not to do. You've learned how to treat people. You've learned, you know, how to get your ego in check. And that's something that it's amazing that you were able to do that. With the Five of Pentacles to the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords, fives are difficult energy. Even me, when I'm in this energy, like I will check out. I won't talk to anybody. I'll isolate myself because that's just how I deal with my problems. I'm not asking you to do that. You know, reach out to people for help if you need it. But just know that you are headed to where you're supposed to be, regardless of how things feel right now. It may be gloomy. It may seem like there's lack of opportunities, but you're being watched over. And in the near future, you're going to have a choice to make. Whether this is a choice in love between two different people, or a choice between staying or going. Something's going to come up where you're going to have to decide, you know, do I want to continue on the path that I'm in, or do I want to be able to start something new? Now that we know that, let's look for best advice. Okay, so best advice for Aries for the 20th through the 31st. Best advice for Aries for the 20th through the 31st. The Moon card. The Empress in reverse. The Magician. The Knight of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. The Tower, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. So yeah, you're definitely going to have a choice to make, possibly between two people. We have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. So possibly a water sign and an earth sign. They're both going to be coming to you presenting something, maybe a relationship, presenting an offer for you to join them in whatever endeavors that may be. It could even be work opportunities. But there's something here surrounding your mother. So you need to think back to childhood. What happened during your childhood that made you feel the sense of loss? Because this could be a mother that's neglectful, or a mother that didn't provide you with the love and nurturing energy that you needed. This could also be a pregnancy. So be careful if you're not trying to conceive, because the energy for conception is high right now. But I feel like with the Empress in reverse, either you're dealing with like a like the child of your mother or the father of your child in that situation, because you guys split up, it's like you're still trying to process those emotions, or you actually didn't process it while it was happening because you were indulging in these toxicities and addictions. So once you do have a sober moment, it's just like it's too much for you to handle. So just take things one day at a time. With the Ten of Pentacles, your family is going to be here for you regardless of what state that you're in. So it's okay to lean heavily on your family. You may not want to speak to them about your problems and your issues, but you also need some type of support. And with the Magician, be careful of people that are manipulative, and also be careful of manipulating other people so that they can stay around you, because that energy is going to come right back. With the Six of Swords, you're going to end up moving forward. Yes, right now things are difficult, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. But you're not going to get to this position relying on anybody else. It has to be solely you. So you need to take accountability for how you got to this dynamic and your part in this situation. Because with the Tower card, if this was a split up between two people that were together for a long time, it was like you had something to contribute to this as well. Like, it takes two to tango. It's not just the other person. You can't just put the blame solely on them. And just know, slowly but surely, you're going to end up moving forward. It is going to be hard, but staying in this position, it's going to be hard as well. So you need to choose which hard is beneficial for you. If it were me, I would rather be in a difficult situation moving forward rather than being stagnant and not going anywhere. But that choice is solely up to you. With the Knight of Cups being here, I also feel like if you do end up getting any love interest or offers, be careful about the reason why you're going to accept this. If you decide to do so, make sure you're not using it as a form of escapism and you actually are interested in someone. But I feel like with some of you, you actually lean more on romantic partners to help you deal with your problems rather than you dealing with it yourself and being in a place where you're healthy so that the relationship can actually progress. So that's the end of your reading. Like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.